it's just such a good intro.
So
Like,
I love Chris Stapleton.
I know you do.
Yeah.
But you didn't love Chris Stapleton at first.
I didn't.
And like, who can you thank for that?
I can thank you.
Yeah.
I could probably also thank shout out to Chris Holmes.
Yes.
Friend of the podcast. I hope you're listening.
Yep.
He was on the Chris Stapleton episode, actually.
I remember you got really excited about that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, this song is all, his bluesy country glory.
Oh, it's so good. There's such a good intro there.
Mm-hmm.
I know, that's very Brown Chicken Brown Cow. Okay, so back in the day of when our kids were very young, like just Radek and Rosalie, we hadn't had Richmond yet. We were very busy. And we just went through this, I don't know, brief moment in our relationship where we were just burning the candle at both ends. We're just really busy. And so as a signal to one another that we wanted to have intimacy, we would listen to a specific playlist that were all songs that talked about being intimate and having relations, and it was one of those things where like, oh, I see what he listened to on Spotify, because this is when we had one account. This was before we had like the family account with different.
Yeah.
So like if I saw that was in the recently played, I'd be like, well, I know what he's thinking tonight. And like if Reed saw it, he was like, what? She never listens to this playlist. Because she like never, I just didn't have time.
Yeah,
I didn't have time to listen. And so it was one of those things where I'd be like, okay, all right. I can make him a priority in my life because that's what was happening. We just weren't making each other the priority. So it was a good, and it was a fun way. It was a really confrontational way, I guess. And it wasn't like demanding or anything like that. I think we put the 24-hour rule in place at that point too, which is where like if one of us was interested, we had 24 hours to like, or the other person had 24 hours to cash in on it. And I think like we did those things early on in our marriage. And I think we should bring some of these songs into that playlist and we should just listen to it for funsies again. Like,
yeah.
I know we don't use any of that stuff anymore because we started investing in each other better. Look, you got to figure it out, man. You got to figure it out. Kids throw everything off and you have to make time for each other. But that, I will say that song too, it was one, because I just started skipping songs the first time I listened to it. I couldn't listen to it because the kids were in the car, right? And I didn't even get to the words of that song. I was like, I hear that intro. Like, nope.
The other thing about this song too, I mean, I know we were talking about the Brown Chicken Brown Cow, but it also makes me think of like, it's loving you on my mind. It's also those little things that I can do for you, throughout the day, whether that's, making your lunches or
it's my Kenya coffee,
your Kenya coffee, or, just kind of managing some of those little things that.
Yeah, like cooking for our family now. That's not a little thing, though. That's like a big thing. Or you're having groceries delivered during the day when you're working from home.
Yeah.
Like those are big. They sound like kind of little things like, oh, he was just there when the groceries got there. But like if I had to manage the grocery delivery this week, that was stressful. It was so stressful to make sure that I was home and that all the kids were picked up and that we made it to the dental appointment and that we got the groceries in the house and everything. It was so stressful. And you just like take care of that for me. And it's, the other little thing that you do that I really love. Like, I think it's probably been about a dozen times since we've got married that I've put gas in my car. Like, except, I mean, if we don't count the long trips where I've gone to Minnesota without you, but like, it's remember that one time where I went and put gas in the car myself at Quick Star? And I was like, Reed, they got televisions on the gas pumps. And you're like, yeah, they've had that for a while now. It's like, what?
You were like so surprised.
I was so shocked. And I was like, people must just pump extra gas. Like they must not stick to their budget on this stuff because they get lost in the screen.
It's just a lot of ads for donuts and whatever
I know,
else.
but then like, okay, so I see that and I want to go buy a donut. It's genius. It's genius. So I appreciate, I mean, you don't think it's a little thing, but the fact that in the winter, I don't have to get out of my car, especially having the cold sensitivity, and pump my own gas, like that is too legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. Master class in servant leadership. You should teach it. You should teach it. You should be like, look, your wife doesn't need to give you a list. Start watching what she's doing and anticipate her moves. That's what I do. And because I swear you do, because I'll do things and then like you just start doing them. Like, and it's really nice.
Pick up on your tendencies.
Yeah, you do. It's really nice. Yeah. Like, you know exactly where I like the dirty clothes to be. And you know where I don't like them to be.
Right.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Learn a lot in 14 years, huh?
Hopefully. Be really sad if we didn't. People got to be listening to this and they're like, man, what does Dana bring to the table? I bring jokes, people. I bring jokes and good memes. I spam him.
With thousands of reels every day.
Thousands of reels. That's not true. Not thousands.
No, it's not thousands. It's more maybe like 5.
I mean, I did send you one while you were setting this up.
You did. And I'll have to watch it afterwards. All right. Song number 7. This is from Her and Daniel Caesar. It's called The Best Part.
Who's Her?
Her.
No, I know how to spell it.
Yeah, I know.
Who is she?
She,
you fell right into it. No. Told you all I bring jokes. Didn't say they were good.